Hello everyone, Samantha here. I pray all is well with you. In this video, I want to share an idea I have to make a removable spiral bound notebook. So what do I mean by removable? So this right here, let me show you it. This right here is a removable notebook, meaning you can remove the paper around. Let me show you, like this right here. You can move it around, right? Put it back. So you can move things around because of this. These arc. It's like an arc punch with these rings, right? The Happy Planner makes these rings, if I'm calling it correctly, right, to bind the books. And they have a punch right here, Happy Planner punch, where you can punch paper, right? So let me show you something real quick. And it's an arc punch. That's another name for it. Make these holes and then use those discs. Thank you, Lord. I said rings, but they're discs. And put them in. And again, you can remove paper. You can insert it. You can move it around. But I had this idea to make something like that with a spiral. And so that's what I'm going to use. So I think the reason why I decided to come up with this is because everything that I make spiral bound, I can't move around, right? And I don't like it. I don't like that in the event that I need to shift things around. And when I make my sticker booklet, which I want to, matter of fact, I'm going to show you this real quick. Take my time here, because sometimes things come to mind after I start the video. So I want to show you this. And where's the... Oh God, hold on, y'all. I'm not going to pause this video. It's something I really want to show you, but I need to get to it. Where did I put it? I may have to stop the video. Oh, here it goes. Thank you, Jesus. I don't have to stop it. So, as you can see, this is spiral bound. Really nice, but I can't move anything around here. I can't move anything around. And this, I made this, and I showed the video. And I mentioned how, you know, I wanted to try making something where I can move the pages around, because in the process of making this, I realized that I can organize it better. And so I got this idea during that time, and so I want to try it out. So what I'm using for this is this Happy Planner punch and this cinch and this spiral and some paper, and I have some cardstock. But any event that you don't have these items, hold on, make sure I'm in frame. What can you do? You can use a hole punch. It will just be more tedious, right? And I think I'm going to show that at the end of this process, how to use a hole punch. Because you can get one of these from the Dollar Tree. So if you don't have these fancy, convenient items, you can still do this project. Yeah. You can still do this project. You may need to buy some spiral, or you may need to get a notebook and somehow or another remove. Well, you can do it. You would have to remove the paper from the notebook, not stretch out the spiral, but we'll talk about that later. So I already punched on my paper because I didn't want to spend time on camera doing that. But I do have a sheet of paper here to show how I punched. Now, I didn't want to punch with this, okay? Reason being is, you see this right here? This is punched. But, hold on one second, y'all. I need to get some light on this from this computer because, hold on one second, let me put, I'm back there. 1 second. Okay. Alright, good. Okay, here we go. So, the reason why I decided not to use this, but to use this, is because if you look right here, it's punched. I did it kind of uneven. This is a piece of scrap. But it doesn't have the slits in the holes in order to make the paper removable and movable, right? To take it, to put it in, to take it out, and to move it around, right? So I was like, wait a minute, but the Happy Planner Punch does that. So I said, well, let me try this. So what I did was I went ahead and I lined up paper. But then I soon realized, I was like, oh my goodness, it's not enough punches. Hold on. My alarm clock. Hold on one second. Oops. Ooh, Jesus. Alright. So, I realized that there are not enough holes for this spiral. So I was like, and I want to use a spiral. I don't want to use the disc. And so, I said, let me try it. So when I went like this, I noticed that it was like every other hole. But wait, I went like that. Like this. Let me take my time and show you. Okay. It went through, and then the next one. But you see, it won't go through. It's like there's a middle one. It goes in through these two, but there's a middle one. So I said, well, let me show you what I did. So I punched it, and I paid attention to where I punched it using this line on my Happy Planner. Right? And then this line right here. And you know, one of the things, if you have a Happy Planner punch, you can look and see where these things that punch the paper, you can see where it's lined up. That's the good thing about the Happy Planner. Whereas with this cinch, I couldn't see it. So what I did was I punched it, and then I moved it. I shifted down where those things fell. These punches fell in between two that were already punched. I don't know if you can see that. I'm holding it up. Okay. And then I made sure I looked to the side, see, and then I punched. And then I got all these holes. So it's all evened out. And then when I checked it, I said, well, let me check. And it fit. I was so happy. Yay. And so I was like, there you have it. So, yeah, so that's what I did with all of these. So where does this come in at? And I'll show you in a minute because I have to close it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put this first. And I know I have to still probably do some trimming of this. Matter of fact, no, I want to use, because I want all of this paper except this top. I'm going to cut that off. So I have, because I want to use that 1 minute. So what I'm going to do now is I have to trim the top of these pages off because I don't want that up there. You see that? Let me see to see it better with the light. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. I'm going to use another trimmer for that. Let me put this to the side here. Okay. I'm going to use this trimmer because it's just, I just like it better. My other trimmer, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that the blade is kind of dull, so it makes it difficult. It comes out like all scraggly. I gotta change that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim this off a little bit. I'm gonna have to put this light. Oh my goodness. That's kind of bright. So I'm just gonna show you how to use this because this is a nice trimmer here. So I'm making sure that it's even up here. And I like this trimmer because, you know, it gives you a little bit of light so you can see where you're trimming. Let me see if I put it. Sometimes what I'll do is with things like this, you can take like a piece of, see how you can do this like this, right? So you can always have something to bump this up against. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. Because even though I have the light, I'm going to cut this light off so it won't be shining in your eyes. And I can show me cutting this paper. So around about right here, I need to trim it off. So that means right about here. Good. All right. Have this like this. I'll just put extra down so it won't go anywhere. All right. So here we go. So now I know when I go to cut, that's where I want to cut. Yeah. And then I'll do this one. And that will be the case for all of them. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see how that is. Yeah. And it won't always be like perfect. But, okay, yeah. There we go. That's a real good cut. So now here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do these. I may cut this part of the video out because, good Lord. Here we go. It's a little bit. Let me see something. I think. I wonder why that happened. Let me see something here. I don't know why it seems like the paper's a little bit longer. There we go. It's a little gap there. I put a little gap. And so that's one thing. You can always make a notebook suitable for you and for what you want to do. Let me move this up a bit. And unless you have one of those paper cutters where it cuts a lot of paper at one time, I don't know if you can get an exact cut, but it may not be visible to the naked eye. You know, if it's off a bit. So I'm not going to stress it. Because, you know, and I'm not selling this. If I was selling this, then I would be reluctant to do this. Like, and even when I make things for myself, I still want it excellent. It may not be perfect, but I don't want it junky. because I have to look at it, and I don't want to be looking at it and using it and it looks, I don't like the aesthetic of it. Part of it being fun for me is that it looks nice, and so, but I will use it if, you know, I have like mistakes and stuff with it. I wouldn't toss it. It would have to be bad, like almost not usable. I need to toss it. But I wouldn't even, and when I say toss it, I don't mean like just get rid of it, like not use it for its intended purpose, but find a way to, you know, repurpose it. So, almost done. How many minutes I have? So, I forgot the name of this trimmer, but I really like it. It's just bulky, but it's a good trimmer in my opinion, especially because of the light. You know, you can see where you're trimming. But I would like a paper stacker from We Are Memory Keepers. At some point, hopefully, I'll get one of those. But you see, and let me show you one more time. I'm about to turn the light on, okay? So, look at this again. See? So you can see exactly where you're cutting. I don't know if you can see that. This is the light part right here. See? So you can see exactly where you need, where you're cutting. That's the benefit of this. And it has a wide platform. Okay, so now back to the binding. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna move this paper out the way. Get rid of this so it won't distract. Okay. Put that over here. And now we have this and we have the cinch. Somebody will probably say you don't even really need that cinch to close everything up. But so this right here does help big time. Here's the top. Is that the top? I think so. Well, we're gonna know in a minute. Oh yeah, that is. So here we go. Good. Right, and then now I'm going to go ahead and put the paper. And again, I could do this without the cinch. Just, you know, take my time, hold it in my hand. But I have this here, so why not? And good. So I'm so happy that I learned that I could do this, because sometimes I don't want the disc, but I want to move the pages around. And so going forward, I know now, if I'm not going to move anything, if I want to bind something but it needs to stay, fine, I could use the cinch punch and it won't be, the pages won't be removable, where I can reposition them. But if I decide I want to make a page where, make a notebook where I can move things around, I can use this. And so here we go with this. Right, and so now now somebody could take and just close this with their hands, but I am going to use this cinch, the cincher, and I'm going to close it. Go ahead and close it. Go ahead and close it. Right, and I just usually finish it with my hand if I feel like I didn't do a good job with the cinch. And I can always put more pages in if I want. Right, and so let me get this right here so I can cut the rest of the wire. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I'll deal with those things. I usually use this. Alright, so let me close this back up, put this back. And so now what we're going to do is try with removing the pages, because we know that it has that those splits where I can move it. Okay, so here we go. So here's this notebook, right? And so let me try this. Yes, thank you, Jesus. And now I can move it around if I want. Let me move it to another place so I can show that. Move it here and then just go like this. Oh, you gotta get those papers in there. This is not like hard cardstock, but it'll still go in. It looks like it works better when you put it like actually over the paper, over the rings, so you can get it in better. But nevertheless, it's in, and I can move it around. So yeah, so that worked. So I'm really happy. This, I have a purpose for this, and I'll do that in another video, what I'm going to use it for. But I like it. It could have been a little better with a hole down here. But I could have cut this, but that's okay because I want the legs to the chair, so it's fine. I might just go ahead and put a label or something down here, but it's good. And so now, what if you don't have that punch, right? So let's try that really quick. We got this little piece left right here, and let me see, put this out. Okay, so I could easily do this. Now the first thing is that I would have to see where the spiral, where it needs to go. So you can do something like this. Like, it's gonna be tedious. I already know something like this is tedious, but it's still an artsy activity, and somebody may want to do it. So I'm still going to show it. Matter of fact, I'm going to go from this side so I can see it better right here. And you would probably just have to do this, right? Because you need to get those, where to put the hole, right? Let me see, and what if you don't want to buy these? Because these can be, I think, like $2 and change. You could get them on sale sometimes. $2 a pack or $3 a pack. It may come like 3 in them. Matter of fact, I wish I had my phone over here. Let me see. I want to get you. Let me see. Let's see. Cinch wires. Spirals. Wire spirals. Wire binding. Let me see. So it's coming up, because you could get them online too. So we have memory keepers. Amazon, see, they have some of these wires for $1. They have 20 pieces for $11.99. I mean, you can get that, but if you don't want to buy a whole lot and you just want one, maybe you could go to the Dollar Tree and get a spiral notebook. And I would say, what a suggestion is, when you get the spiral notebook, rip off the pages. Don't pull the binding, because you would you would disfigure it. So just pull the paper out of it and keep the binder and the wire intact. And then, when you go to put the paper in, I'll show you what I mean. So let's first go ahead and cut this. So punch it. So now you made the markings according to the wiring, the spacing, by using the wire. And so you could go ahead and now make these holes using a regular punch, and you could get this punch at the Dollar Tree. But then now what you will have to do is go in with the scissors, and then you would have to make those slits like this, right? When I used to make slits, when I didn't have a happy planner, I wouldn't just cut once. I would cut like this and then make another little incision. And that way it would make it a little wider. You see, like that. Instead of just, that way it will be able to go through the prongs a little easier. Okay, so now that you've done that, and if you have your wire, regular wire like this, you would just, you know, use it. Well, either way, because if you use a regular notebook and you take the wire, you take the paper off, take the paper out of it, the original paper that's in it, you take it out of it, you would have to use the wire to make the markings on the paper that you're going to use. Unless you're going to use the same paper, then you would just have to, you have to take it out anyway to make these slits, to make it removable, because the whole thing is making it removable, the paper. And so now you could just go in and put the paper in. You see that? Take it out if you need to, and then put it in. And actually, if you ask my honest opinion, right now I'm looking at the ease of this with the hole punch. It was much easier to get this in with this kind of hole punch than with the Happy Planner punch, because this one is a whole circle, whereas a Happy Planner punch is a half circle. But it works nonetheless. As you can see, it's less time consuming, but this is more time consuming, but I think it's with more ease, because look at that. The other one I had to go with this, like, I think this is more expensive. Is not always better. It could be convenient and time, save time, but look at that. And so, yeah, so if you don't have all those fancy tools, and then look, so you don't have a cinch. Let's see this now. Let's go ahead and try this. Now, if you use a binder from a notebook, and I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to make another video, God willing, using basic tools. A notebook, this, and even the paper that's already in the notebook. I think that would be a good idea. So right here, but you can go ahead if you use a cinch type wiring or something that, you know, similar that you bought. Only thing, it may come out a little wonky, you know, if you use your hand. So I think I suggest, if you don't have a cinch binder, just get in a notebook. But, you know, it's up to the person, because you could get these on sale, but then you will have to take your time to squeeze it so it won't come out weird. Or squeeze it beforehand so you can pay attention to what you're doing. Squeeze it beforehand. Yeah, that will hurt. That will work. Yeah, that will work. And then what you do, once you squeeze it, then go ahead and put in your pages. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to put the first one. So then, yeah, and then you have the pages in. So it works. You know, it works. It works. And then, let me see, you gotta flip your pages over. Yeah. And what I'm noticing too is, do not make the slits too wide. That's another thing. You see this? That one is too wide. I wonder what will happen if I made, let me see something. Am I still recording? I got like 3 more minutes. Wait a minute, if I do this. This is just testing something, y'all. I just want to see something. If I make one slit, will it go through? But sometimes you may not have to. I had to do, see, no, you don't have to. You don't have to make 2 slits. You don't have to. One is enough. Because I noticed that it was trying to come out, because like this is kind of wide. So it was perfect right here with just one. So you don't have to go snip, to make an indentation. Just when you make your hole. Okay, so the video had ended. So yeah, so that's it. It was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. I pray it is fun for you and helpful. You know, if you're into the whole journal making thing and you want to try something different. So with that being said, thanks for watching. God bless you. And remember, Jesus loves you. Later.